Good afternoon and welcome to all of you for being here today with us, including our speakers who have come, some of you from a long distance, some of you are local, but thank you very much and welcome. The concept of this presentation has been born based on our discussions with people from industry. PackPlus has been organizing seminars and workshops in earlier years, and we've had this concept of a core group around which we have discussed and built the concepts of interest to industry, around which we have then gone on to have seminars and workshops.
So the subject of my lecture is in the world of bio, and specifically focusing on what I call bio-based carbon content and end of life. And this is something which everyone in this room has to address in some form or the other. Right? The amount of polymer resins used in the packaging industry, of which you are a part of, 102 million metric tons, that's 40% of all plastic resin used goes into packaging. The single-use disposable throwaway, which depending on who you talk to is considered the best and is also considered the worst in terms of some of the people who are looking at this, okay? So that's packaging materials. And then that then raises the issue of what I'm going to talk about today is, what are the issues? And you notice I use the word carbon. 730 gigatons of carbon is in the atmosphere today. 38,000 gigatons in the oceans, 2,000 gigatons in vegetation and soil. And nature cycles carbon between these environmental compartments in a very efficient manner. Look at this. 88 gigatons released into the atmosphere, 90 gigatons fixed by the oceans. 119 gigatons to the atmosphere, 120 fixed by plants. Even farming, land use change, 1.7 gigatons to the atmosphere, 1.9 fixed. Perfectly balanced natural carbon cycles.
Say that yes, there is a lot of untapped capacity available to the industry where they can utilize this untapped or the efficiency which is getting wasted because of, say, lack of integration or maybe the poor coordination between the machines. And to improve on that, I mean, the first thing, do the machines, are they able to communicate to each other? Or do they have, say, intelligence built in where if the fault is there or the stoppage is there, it can be diagnosed easily and then you can put the machine back into the production at the least possible time?
So customer demand will drive the integration part of it. Customer is the key, user is the key. Innovation, cost reduction, scalability, increased performance, ease of programming, and trading and support. So these are the key summaries as a supply point of view, which will give a confidence, because end of the day, suppliers and the OEMs and the end users, somewhere they should have the convergence to come on the same platform and to have the open architectures to benefit in terms of the user perspective also, and to the OEM and of course to the industry.
This is based on my experience when I spent around a decade for packaging of tea. Packaging of tea, gentlemen, starts with, of course, with the tea as it's grown in the tea gardens. And then it's plucked, it's processed, and from there starts the story of packaging of tea. The first pack on which it goes is basically a jute bag. A jute bag with a polyethylene liner, and it is stitched. So when you go to a auction house, you buy tea packed in jute bags with a poly liner stitched. Tea is also exported from India in multiple paper sacks. There's a foil there, so you need to be too happy about it. But it is also not sealed, it's tucked in. And there It lies there at the godowns of the tea marketeers for around 4 to 5 months. And then it's blended according to the market choice, sent to the factories, put into nice beautiful packs which has metallized polyester, which has foil, which has paper, and it reaches you. Now, so this is how the business was run. Now, at a point in time, there were complaints from some of my colleagues who were tea tasters that tea isn't tasting the same what was there before and what is after the storage, even before they are packed. So what they were saying is that liquor value is dropping.
Both sides, whether a supplier or a OEM, of being more open or encouraging openness, building more trust and confidence for the common end objective. Once both the partners know what is in store for him, believe me, success is there.
We have an automation for packaging forum. Mr. Arora is the custodian of that. And I think it's through that forum itself that we have begun the discussions on automation. And today we are here that we really have had a little bit of discussion in the previous session. And this entire session is devoted to what automation can do for the business in packaging.
Solution is what we propose. And we request also for automation suppliers as well as for the machine builders that we should have one platform defined, like we have in Microsoft Windows. Yeah, everybody's program is his own intelligent capacity or his own sort of technology. But Windows is a common platform for them. This is not the exact example, but this is one of the things which could be adapted, and we could have a certain template through which the machines could talk to the common platform and the information would be transferred. It could be like a black box as far as your own technology is concerned, be it machine builder or even an automation supplier. However, the outlets should be defined in a way that they are acceptable, they are known, and like a black box, the information, they are common outlets. So this is what we propose.
Be able to start to focus on where improvements can be, TPM style of manufacturing. We also are working very closely with our packaging engineers and our procurement group to put together a URS, and we heard that term earlier today, user requirement specification. Something then that when I go to purchase a machine from an OEM, I use the same documentation each time. Yes, it's configured for that specific machine that I'm buying, but he always knows there's a chapter on procurement. What kind of terms and conditions do we expect? What's the payment going to be? There's a section on use pack and melt. Which pack tags are going to be used? What do the specific states? How do we interpret them?
Technology is coming very strongly now on the automation, no? And provides you the power to have one centralized system that can really control completely the line of the machine. So this is the challenge for the automation supplier. We, as B&R, took the challenge. We have a solution that is providing all these comprehensive automation requirements in one unique software platform.
Sustainability is an imperative, is a sole imperative. It is not a future imperative, it was not yesterday, it was not today. It's a sole imperative.
But going about a legalized definition last 3 decades, that sustainable development is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. This has become virtually an official definition of sustainability.
To me, like, what does sustainability mean to you, rather than a definition point of view? So for me, it's like basically making Earth a better place for everybody every day. So that's like something which we try to do, bring in something better for everybody.
Okay. What goes into the market, what can, is it biodegradable? Biodegradable only does not mean sustainability. We must understand that point.
You take everything into account, and that is what is life cycle assessment. And as everybody knows, it has, when you talk about sustainable development, it has to balance between economic, environment, as well as social obligations.
I have attended many of such conferences. I have been in this field for the last 35 years. So a lot of you know me also. This is the first time when I am now getting a very positive feeling that the industry has started realizing the real issues which are facing us.
We carried about for the last 4 months, I remember,